In today's world, with the gig economy shut down and most cities are not for sure when they're going to open back up across the world, you may be trying to figure out like, what do I need? What type of personal traits or qualities do I need to be successful in a home-based business, whether it's doing network marketing, direct selling, whatever you want to call it. So hey, if you don't know me, my name is Jason Chaney, one half of a husband and wife team, and we're dedicated to help you reclaim your physical and financial health. So today I'm going to talk to you all about some traits of what you need to be successful in network marketing. And so if you're not familiar with network marketing, it's a big word, but all it is just, it's a franchise opportunity for the average ordinary person to where they can align with a company with products that they like, love, and trust. So that's all it is. Just instead of you have to spend the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for like different, like a Subway or a McDonald's franchise, which some of these go up to the millions, you're only putting up like $100 to $200 a month, depending on what type of company you're with and what type of product you have. And so this training actually comes from last night when we were on our accountability call with our other people in our company. And so these are the 5 most common sabotages of success. Even though we were actually talking about for weight loss and sticking to your goals, it's the same in business also. And so the first one is all or nothing thinking. And so with this, you'll use it. Some people, and I used to do this real bad, work real hard. Then like after 3 or 4 days, oh, this don't work. Then just it snowballs into me not doing anything for like months. So that is really bad, all or nothing thinking. The second one is having negative issues around money or business itself. So like if you're someone who's like, oh, if you hear something and the first thing that comes to your mind is it's a scam, that's a negative thought around business. And if you think everything's a scam, like one of our mentors say, only poor people believe everything is a scam. People who are going to be successful are going to take the risk and going to take the opportunity and learn from it if it's not as successful as they want it to be. And the third one, which all of us are going through right now in a heightened level, is stress. And can't talk about this enough. You have to start finding a way to work out your stress. It is going to transition not only into your physical life, your health and wellness, but it will start to transition into your financial wellness also. So stress is a really big one. One of the big things I like to do is make sure that I get my green supplements in every day. I start my day off with nutrition, and also I do jump ropes every hour for about 4 to 5 hours a day. I do like 100 at a time during each hour. And the fourth one, anxiety or depression. And this goes hand in hand with the stress. Like how many of us are not used to being stuck in the home right now? How many of us are not used to, I don't know if you can hear, but like you can hear the kids upstairs, they're playing. Usually it's quiet during the day when we're working. It's heightened levels of stress that's going to lead to heightened levels of anxiety and depression. So that's something you definitely need to be mindful of. Even if it's just reading a book, going outside for a walk, doing some push-ups at home, if you do some yoga, breathing exercises, just do anything you can to help manage that as much as possible while we're going through these times. And the fifth one, which could be very shocking to most people, is personal or childhood trauma. And it doesn't mean it's always things really, really bad. Like, let me give you my story. Growing up seeing my mom she wasn't good with finances. She wasn't good with budgeting and things like that. So I saw all of that. And also seeing like someone who's into the gambling culture. So like I also noticed like she didn't know how to balance a checkbook. So I thought that was something really, really difficult until I started working, opened up my first bank account, and I realized how to do it. But it taught me some things, but also I had some negative money issues from that also because I was so busy trying not to be like her that there was mistakes that I was still making in other areas. Cause I was like, as long as I'm not doing the things she's making, going to the casino gambling or making sure I'm overdrawing money, making sure I'm not overdrawing money, okay, I'm doing better than her. But the truth was I wasn't doing any better. I didn't have a clear understanding of money mindset, and it was all based off of that growing up as a child, not having a good foundation of money mindset. So that could be something also that's actually hindering you from being able to be more successful or as successful as you could be in your business. And so those are the 5 most common sabotages of success. So I'm gonna also talk to you about 6 ideas for overcoming these habits. So the first one is journal. This one is one that Cece loves to do. She's real good. She, for the first 15 minutes of the day, she journals. She go through her morning, have a whole ritual that she do. And it's a real good way to get rid of negative talk, negative ideas in your mind, and also just fill your mind with more positive things also. The second one is doing little things you can, doing little things over time. So instead of have this one big goal, whether it's a business goal, but break it down into small goals that you can achieve each time. So like one of the things that I do is I break my work and financial goals down into actual activity goals of what can I do each day. So I make sure I talk to so many people. I make sure I follow up with so many people. I also make sure I'm going out doing some marketing, different social medias and things like that while we're at home. So that's something that I do, small things throughout the day. I don't actually do 6, 7, 8 hours of work. It's little spurts throughout the day. And the third one, now this is really, really important. Listen to self-talk. Now, most people may not know this, but we actually spend over 80% of our time beating ourselves up in the head. We are literally our own worst bullies. This is why I'm real big into mindset. I'm trying to do all positivity. This is why I try to do more of saying I love you to people. I like to call people brother, get that, like make it feel close, because I know how bad negative self-talk can be. When Cece and I did this one program for a week, it took me over a month to complete it because of how bad my self-talk was. So that is something that's really important when you're doing business. And the fourth one is learn relaxation techniques. Now, like this one is really good for the stress, the anxiety, and the depression. This is why this is a really good one, whether it's breathing, yoga, exercise, whatever you can do. Go eat a salad, go for a walk, whatever you can do to just relax yourself, because the more stressed we are, the more anxious, the more depressed, we're not making the best decisions. And the fifth one is prioritize sleep. So for me, Cece and I, we actually do sleep times. 10 o'clock is my bedtime every night, Monday through Sunday. No questions about it. I go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night, and then I stop eating I stop eating at 8 o'clock at night, and then I go to read at 9 o'clock, and then by 9 o'clock, my mind is calmed down, and I'm laying in bed. So around 9:30 to 10, I'm actually falling asleep. I do not stay up past 10. I try not to watch any TV, anything that's going to stimulate my mind. The last thing I like to do through the day is actually calm my mind down by reading some chapters out of a book and then going to sleep. And so that is my sleep routine. And I was someone who used to only get 1 or 2 hours of sleep a day. So for me, sleep hygiene is something that's really important, and it does make a difference in business. And the last one is seek help. Now, this is one of the most important for network marketing. How many of us have built a multinational corporation? I haven't. So we don't know business. You're not going to learn it overnight. Seek help. Work as a team. That's why we actually work as a team with our group of people. And it's about masterminding, coming together, learning from each other's mistakes, and we're all succeeding and making it together to help our families. And so if you're looking for more information about home-based business, network marketing is what we do. And look, I understand it's not for everybody. But if you're someone who says you're coachable, you say you're willing to do some hard work, and you're just willing to do whatever it takes legally to help take care of your family in this time of need, just shoot me a message and I will share with you what we do, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.